Several well-known players might be mentioned in the Minnesota Timberwolves injury report on January 18, given it is the team leading the Western Conference for the second straight night. On Wednesday, the Timberwolves defeated the Detroit Pistons 124-117 to win the game. With little time to spare, they head back home to meet the Memphis Grizzlies on Thursday night. In contrast to karlanthonytowns' critical time missing between November and March of previous year, the Timberwolves had a comparatively healthy season. The Timberwolves finished 29-11 because they had a solid lineup with all of their important players available from the beginning. Minnesota Timberwolves January 18 injury report. The Minnesota Timberwolves have not yet released their injury report. Due to their back-to-back games, the NBA permits them to report injuries until 1 p.m. local time. The only player included on the Timberwolves injury report with a knee ailment was Anthony Edwards, which raised questions. Everyone else in the group appeared to be in good health, so it didn't seem likely that any injuries would be reported. What became of Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards? Although Anthony Edwards has been having trouble with a knee ailment in recent games, he hasn't been unable to participate. Edwards was available to play against the Detroit Pistons on Wednesday after playing with a wrap against the Los Angeles Clippers on Sunday. He is still in excellent shape despite a number of diseases. Rudy Gobert, on the other hand, had been suffering with a hip issue in recent games, yet, on Wednesday, his name did not show up on the injury report, perhaps because he was still recovering. In terms of injuries, the Minnesota Timberwolves are fortunate. The 82-game NBA regular season is demanding, particularly with the current caliber of play and level of competitiveness. Over time, many teams find it difficult to overcome injury concerns, which impedes their success. The Timberwolves are able to establish themselves as a dominant force in the Western Conference despite their injury report appearing to be unsettling at any stage. Rudy Gobert and karlanthonytowns have each missed just one game, compared to Anthony Edwards' meager 3. Mike Conley, their fourth-best player, has also only missed one game. The only player in the rotation who has missed 5 or more games in a row is Jaden McDaniels. He was out of 10 games. The Timberwolves are hoping that this pattern holds true and that they can separate themselves in the Western rankings enough to be able to play a few games ahead of the postseason.